I'm surrendered to you, my lord. There is no mantra greater than your name. And there's no worship greater than your worship.
Rukmini, have you ever thought what the world thinks about you?
A wife? Serving a husband faithfully? The husband is the Lord, isn't he?
In that case, what is a wife to the husband?
A dasi.
Oh. Does that mean that she will never disobey her husband's command? Oh no!
What happened, my lord?
An offense has been committed.
By me?
No. I committed an offense. I saw the moon in this glass of water.
What is the offense in seeing the most beautiful of all stars?
You don't know? On this day of Vinayak Chaturthi, there is a curse of Lord Ganesh that whoever sees the moon today will become subject to false allegations. I don't know which allegation I have to take now.
I don't think there is any cause for anxiety for this curse of Vinayak. It cannot touch the Supreme Lord.
Rukmini, in my childhood I saw the moon on this day and I had to face so many allegations. People still call me butter thief, makhan chor.
You have appeared to establish religious principles. Who can dare make false accusations against you? You are the supreme lord of all the demigods. How can Vinayak's curse touch you?
Don't take this curse lightly. I will have to face the consequence.
Yes, Kana, you are right.
Oh, Dauji, what is this new avatar of yours?
Even I was so scared of seeing the moon today, so I covered myself with a shawl. Even if a great Devata sees the moon today without paying respects to Vinayak, he will have to be subject to false accusations. And Kana, it appears that you have also seen the moon today.
But my lord has seen only the reflection of the moon.
Then it won't be so serious. It will come as a big blame, but it will vanish very smoothly.
जपाकुसुमसङ्काशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं तमोरि सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम् जपाकुसुमसङ्काशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं तमोरि सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम् ॐ ह्रां ह्रीं ह्रौं सः सूर्याय नमः ॐ ह्रां ह्रीं ह्रौं सः सूर्याय नमः जपाकुसुमसङ्काशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं तमोरि सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम् ॐ ह्रां ह्रीं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं तमोरि सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम्
Arya, the Yadus have come to meet you.
Our
pranams to you.
Pranams.
No matter how long it took, you have achieved what no humans can achieve. The Shamantaka jewel.
It is all Surya Dev's mercy.
When you were riding with the jewel, people thought that some demigod has come to see Lord Krishna.
It seems the peace of Krishna's servant has been disturbed.
It seems your brother has yet not forgotten that old rivalry.
It is not easy for marks of Un to disappear.
Anyways, we have come here to invite you for the meeting tomorrow on behalf of Akrurji.
Meeting?
Yes. Meeting in the Sudharma assembly at noon.
Okay. We will come.
What could be purpose of the meeting?
Let us wait till tomorrow afternoon.
Satyajit is becoming the richest person in Dwarka.
Yes, as he is now the owner of the Shamantaka jewel.
I have heard that this jewel gives him about 170 pounds of gold every day. Is that true?
Yes. I have personally seen. But how did he get this jewel?
From Surya Dev.
170 pounds of gold every day? That means 1200 pounds of gold every week. That means 5000 pounds of gold every month. So much of wealth. No. This much wealth cannot be enjoyed by only one person.
In my opinion, the wealth obtained from this jewel should not be enjoyed by one person.
Wait, brother. Let us hear them.
The jewel should be deposited in the king's treasury.
Why king's treasury? Satyajit has obtained this jewel by his tapasya to Suryadev. This is his property. What is your opinion, Akrurji?
Dwarka belongs to Dwarkadish Krishna. He has established Dwarka. His grandfather Ugrasen, as a king, owns water, air and earth of Dwarka. Therefore, in my opinion, this jewel should be gifted to him.
But citizens produce grains from earth and it belongs to them. They don't deposit the grains in the royal treasury.
Maintenance and protection is the prime duty of an ideal king. That's why Citizens pay tax to the king when they produce grains or earn wealth.
There can be bloodshed and war for the Shamantak jewel in Dwarka. And Satyajit's life can be in danger. He can even be murdered. If he gives the jewel to the king, he will be safe and protected, and city of Dwarka will prosper. Satyajit is also a part of Yadu dynasty, and he will also prosper.
But who will explain all this to Satyajit and convince him to give the jewel to the king?
There is no need to explain to me anything. I understand everything. Shamantaka jewel is my property.
Satyajit and Prasena are not coward that they cannot protect their wealth. And after all, my brother has been blessed by Surya Dev and has been given this jewel. Why should we give it to the king?
For your protection, Prasena, for your protection. We have heard that wherever this jewel is worshipped, there can be no famine or drought. If you really believe this jewel is the source of wealth, prosperity, and good fortune, then surely it would be better if it were carried by the ruling king, Ugrasena. After all, the best of everything should be offered to the king.
Whatever you may say, Akrurji, I know you are playing the game. This is not your opinion. This is the trick of Krishna, who somehow wants to get the jewel by cheating my brother.
Prasena!
Go and tell Krishna, forget the dream of getting Shamantaka jewel. Come, brother.
Satyajit! Satyajit!
Pranam
Dauji. Pranam Dwarkadhish.
Balramji, Satyajit is accusing that Krishna has sent us as messengers to snatch away the Shamantaka jewel from him.
He stays in Dwarka and is blaspheming Dwarkadhish. How dare he can challenge the king's authority? Just by getting the Shamantak jewel, he has become so arrogant. He must be taught a lesson.
Where are you going, Dauji?
Satyajit has become very arrogant, and I am just going to show him your supremacy.
But why?
Kana, just by possessing one Shamantak jewel, he thinks himself greater than the king of Dwarka?
Vasudev, we were explaining to Satyajit to present the jewel to the king, but he refused.
Yes, Dwarkadhish.
And so, I am going to get that jewel from him.
Forcefully, Dauji?
Yes, Kanhaiya.
Well, will this not be a misuse of the authority of the king?
Misuse? Why?
Because the first duty of the king is to protect the citizens and their wealth. The king has no right to take the property of the citizens forcefully. How can the royal members walk on the path of adharma?
Does that mean Shamantak jewel is his property?
Certainly yes. It is Satyajit's personal property. It is not correct to invade the weak and take their belongings. It is not befitting a king.
Lord Indra has got Chintamani and my brother has got Shamantaka. How arrogant can they be just because they are in power? Such a great plot.
I understand the plot. They want to offer me all respects so that I donate the jewel to the king? Impossible! No one can take the jewel away from me as long as I am alive.
Krishna is known as a thief. I never imagined that he could indulge in such a great cheating.
The more I think about him, my doubts come true. Unless he gets what he wants, he will not rest in peace.
I will sacrifice my eating and sleeping to safeguard this jewel.
Prasenna, you don't know his magic tricks. He can assume any number of forms.
I have a nice plan to tackle this issue.
Plan? What is your plan?
Don't doubt my skills. I told you that I will protect the jewel. No human being can reach that jewel. I will wear the jewel on my neck and will guard it day and night. Only in the morning, at the time of puja, it will be handed over to you, brother.
The plan sounds great, Prasenna. I only hope that Dwarkadish does not play any tricks. May Lord Surya bless you. Every morning, my eyes will wait to see you, brother. The jewel is in your care now.
As long as I am alive, that Vasudev cannot steal this.
I have heard that since Satrajit has acquired this Shamantaka jewel, he has become very proud and arrogant.
Oh, so you get all the news from the Sudharma assembly,
You are the supreme personality of Godhead. Everything in this creation belongs to you. What is the value of this one jewel?
I have a special attachment to this jewel
Why?
because it is connected to my pastimes in Vrindavan and Gopis.
Oh, the Gopis of Vrindavan? Please tell me what happened.
Once in the forest of Vrindavan, Balram was madly absorbed in association of Rajgopis. And suddenly a demon of the name Shankhachud appeared on the scene. On his forehead, there was a valuable jewel resembling a conch shell. He was a demon associate of Kuvera. Just as the two sons of Kuvera, who were puffed up with their wealth and they did not care for Narad Muni's presence, Shankhachud was also puffed up over his material opulence. He thought, how can two ordinary cowherd boys enjoy the company of so many beautiful girls? He commanded them as if he were their proprietor and husband and led them away forcefully in our presence.
Then what happened?
We immediately began to follow Shankhachud to chastise him. I killed the demon by hitting him on his head with my fist. I took the valuable jewel away. Balramji presented this jewel to the chief of Gopis, Radha. This jewel is none other than the Swamantaka jewel.
But if the jewel was in Vrindavan, how did it reach Satrajit in Dwarka?
After I left Mathura, Gopis were mad in separation from me. In this intense feeling of separation, Radha entered the water of Yamuna, who is none other than the daughter of Sun God. She, along with the jewel, reached the abode of Suryadev. Later in Dwarka, Satrajit appeased the Sun God with his austerities. And it was Sun God who bestowed him with the Shomantaka jewel and a beautiful daughter, Satyabhama, who is none other than Shri Radha. This is how the jewel arrived in Dwarka.
So your love is not completely mine.
There are millions and thousands who love me.
Oh, I am amongst these millions?
Yes, Devi. My love is impartial. I don't discriminate between humans, beasts, animals, and plants also. All the living entities in this creation are loving me and seeking my love. I reciprocate proportionately as they desire. I exhibit this in Vrindavan. Have a glimpse.
शिख शोभा अतीव सुंदर, एक झलक में चित्त मेरा, एक झलक में चित्त मेरा
My lord, please forgive me. In my ignorance, I thought you were only mine. I couldn't understand the pure selfless love of the Vrajagopis. From now on, I shall also love your devotees as you would love them.
Every morning, my brother would be ready with the jewel for the worship. Today, he hasn't come yet. The puja time is passing by, and I'm getting worried. Why hasn't he come yet? What would have happened? Some danger? No, I don't want to think anything inauspicious.
Arya, are you in anxiety?
It is time for my puja, and Prasenna has not yet come with the jewel. Have you seen Prasenna?
He had gone for hunting yesterday. He must be on his way. Do not worry, he will come. Arya, I wanted to speak to you something.
Sure, tell me.
You are unnecessarily fighting with the Yadavas. It is not good to displease members of the royal family.
Why not? Shamantaka is my property.
Yes, I know it is your property.
Then you want me to donate my wealth and property because of pressure of others?
Not for others. But you can donate this jewel for your daughter Satyabhama.
For my daughter?
We have to find a suitable match for our daughter.
Certainly.
Then in the 14 universes, who could be better son-in-law than Shri Dwarkadish?
Excellent idea. You are a genius. Even in my dreams, I would have not got an idea which will solve all problems. What can be a better fortune than getting Dwarkadish as husband for Satyabhama? Let Prasenna come. I will convince him also for this proposal. Oh, I think Prasenna has arrived.
Yes, let us go and see. Oh, it is only the horse. Where is Prasenna?
Prasenna! Prasenna! Where are you, Prasenna? And where is my Shamantaka jewel?
What happened?
Prasenna had gone for hunting, but only the horse has come back. I am fearful. I hope no mishap has occurred. He was carrying my Shamantaka jewel with him.
Don't worry. We will look for him.
Let's go and search for him.
Oh, this is Prasenna's bow. And these are Prasenna's clothes. And they're blood soaked. And where is my Shamantaka jewel?
Who will attack Prasenna? In my opinion, some forest animal must have attacked him. It looks like some fierce animal's job.
Not a fierce animal. It seems a fierce human being has attacked.
Maybe it was a dacoit out of greed for a jewel.
But the jewel was always with me. Everyone knows that. How did the dacoits know that today the jewel is with Prasenna?
Maybe someone was following him all the way from your house in the city and as soon as he got a chance, attacked him.
But who can do this?
That person who is greedy for the jewel and who wanted to take the jewel away from you.
It is a plot.
A person can do anything out of greed for wealth. Even a sane man can lose his dharma due to greed.
Recently, some people in the city were asking you to give this jewel to king.
Yes,
And you refused.
yes.
Then why don't you understand that for a jewel which gives 170 pounds of gold every day, anybody can do adharma?
So, in your opinion, Dwarkadish has attacked Prasenna for the jewel?
Maybe.
If this is true, Dwarkadish has killed my brother for the jewel, then he has done an abominable act. In fact, I wanted to give the jewel to him as a marriage gift and make him my son-in-law. But now, no, Dwarkadish, no. You have really done adharma. My brother Prasenna. Prasenna. Prasenna, where are you?
I have heard that Satyajit has accused Dwarkadish of stealing the Shamantaka jewel. Can this allegation be true?
In my opinion, Krishna can never perform such an adharma for a jewel.
Why not? The jewel produces 170 pounds of gold every day.
If Dwarkadish had got Prasenna murdered, then what is the difference between dharma and adharma?
Oh dear sister, greed of wealth can make a person fall to any extent.
If this is true, then where will we go to ask for justice?
Oh, that jewel has already reached in the treasury of Dwarkadish. There is no doubt in this fact.
Yes, Satyaki and Akrura had forced Satyajit to give that jewel to the king, but he refused.
Oh, now I understand.
How can we hear such false accusations of citizens? Do the citizens have right to accuse Dwarkadish? Tell me, Satyaki.
We cannot shut the mouth of people. What is the solution?
There is a solution. We should punish all those who are falsely accusing Krishna. Even I am sad that Satyajit's brother is murdered. But that does not mean that he can accuse Dwarkadish.
We should do some investigation.
Yes. If Satyajit would have come to us and requested, then we would have sent our soldiers and tried to find the truth. But he is directly accusing Dwarkadish. And so, he must be punished.
But Dauji, before punishing Satyajit, we must consult Sri Krishna.
Consult Krishna. If we ask him, he will not only stop us, but also start giving some big instructions about dharma.
Balramji, I think Akrurji is right. Since Dwarkadish's name is connected in this entire incident, we must consult him.
Okay. Look at him. He is meditating here. Krishna, you are meditating here. and your citizens are spreading rumors against you.
Rumors? What are they saying?
That you have got Prasenna killed, and that you have stolen the Shamantaka jewel. And Satrajit is responsible for all this. And so, Satyaki and we have decided to punish Satrajit for this. He has no right to stay in Dwarka.
Satyaki? Is it appropriate to punish Satrajit? Punishment is to be given to an offender. What is his fault?
His offense is that he has falsely accused you.
But why can't all of you hear his cry for justice? His brother has been murdered. His jewel is stolen.
But Kana, how are we responsible for that? And I can't see people throwing dirt at you.
Dauji, if we punish Satrajit, then will citizens stop throwing dirt? No. In that condition, people will be convinced that it was Krishna who got Prasenna murdered for the Swamantaka jewel.
See, Satyaki, I told you that Krishna will give us big talks about dharma and stop us from performing our duty.
But Dauji, how can we forget that we are the rulers and to punish people is not the only duty we perform?
Then what will you do, Kanhaiya? Yes, I know what you will do. You will fold your hands and accept all the accusations. When you appeared as Lord Ram and your citizens were accusing you and Mother Sita, you accepted their accusations with folded palms and asked me to take Mother Sita away. I cannot tolerate any more accusations from the citizens.
No, Dauji. I will search for the truth. Search the Swamantaka money. It must be somewhere.
Yes, Dwarkadish. Only you can find the money and get rid of the accusations.
By the will of Providence, I will accept this blame and tolerate the insult. I cannot return Prasenna's life, but I can definitely bring back the Swamantaka jewel. Even if it means to travel the 3 worlds until the end. I shall not enter the city of Dwarka until I find the jewel.
Dwarkadish!
And I will not go back on this.
Prabhu, don't make such a severe vow.
And don't desert Dwarka just for the satisfaction of Satrajit.
Don't stop me because you believe in the truth. This blot cannot be wiped away. A person who cannot get integrity from his subjects is not fit for a responsible post unless the truth is revealed. I cannot give up this vow.
My lord, do we always have to become victims to the false blame of your citizens? Please don't go. Send someone instead of you. Please listen to my prayers.
Please don't stop me. People who uphold dharma are never free from difficulty. It's better to enter fire than to accept a false allegation. Until I clear this blemish, I cannot give up my vow.
Dwarkadish, Lord Ram's intimate associates accompanied him to the forest.
Please, allow us to accompany you. Here they had found Prasena's bow and soiled clothes. And his turban was there.
Look here, Akrurji. Footprints of a lion. Let us follow.
They lead right to the cave.
I'm sure Prasena is killed by a lion. And Swamantaka jewel must be in this cave. Because lion's footprints are visible up to there.
Let's go inside.
No. I will go alone. And if I don't come out tomorrow at the same time, you all can leave.
At least now your doubts are cleared, Satyajit.
What are you looking at?
At the jewel.
You don't have it in your city?
You won't get this in the entire world.
Then how did my father get it? I like it so much. Oh, your garland is so beautiful. Did your father bring it for you?
No. My mother gave it to me. You want this?
Yes.
Then give me the jewel first.
No. My father will kill me if I do that.
Who is your father?
My father is the great devotee of Lord Ram. His name is Jambavan.
Oh, Jambavan. Call him. I will ask him for that.
No. I can't call him.
Then I'll call him by blowing the conch shell.
Stop! Don't make so much of noise. My father will come. Please stop.
Why did you enter my cave?
To take the jewel you brought.
Who are you?
I am Devaki Putra.
Immediately get out from here.
This is not your jewel. I have come to return it to the original owner.
But I have obtained it from a lion whom I have killed. What is your right on this now? It is my daughter, Jamvati's jewelry. I will not give it to you.
You have to give this jewel to me, whether willingly or unwillingly.
So you are inviting Jamvan for a fight?
Whatever you may understand, my purpose of coming here is to get this jewel.
Now that you have decided to fight with me, there is no hope for your life.
I have nothing to fear. Nothing can touch me.
Remember your parents for the last time. Except for Lord Ram and Lakshman, nobody can defeat me. I am giving you one more chance to think of.
I have already decided to fight.
So are you ready for wrestling?
One full day has gone, and he has not returned yet. This whole thing is just one more of his tricks. He wants us to become forest dwellers like him. It's clear that he will not come back.
He will never break his promise. He will surely come back.
Yes, he will come back.
He should have been back a long time ago. He would have disappeared from the other side of the cave. He is a magician. I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm leaving.
But leaving would be unjust.
Tell me the truth. Who are you?
Devaki Putra Krishna.
But I was told something different.
Who told you? And what?
In Treta Yuga, Lord Ramchandra told me that he'll give his darshan again in Dwapar Yuga. And I've been waiting for him since then. But he had told me something different.
What did he tell you?
That he'll appear as Vasudev. And I also know very well that except for my Lord, no one can defeat me. But you have defeated me. And your name is Krishna? How is this possible? How can Lord Ram not speak the truth? Who is Vasudev?
I am Vasudev. Vasudev Krishna.
Oh, my dear Lord Ram, I have hurt you in my ignorance. Please, please forgive me. My dear Lord, you are the supreme time factor. I can therefore understand that you are the same personality of Godhead whom I worshipped as Lord Ramachandra. No one else has such immeasurable strength. No one else could defeat me in this way, my Lord. My dear Lord Ram.
Get up, Jamban. You are my eternal devotee.
My Lord, I have been waiting for you since Treta Yuga. Jambavati, please give me that jewel. O Devaki Putra Krishna, hand this over to the rightful owner. My Lord, I have just one more request to you. Because I am the close friend of Sugriva, the Sun God is very kind to me. By the mercy of Sun God, I was blessed with this daughter Jambavati. Please accept my daughter as an atonement for my offenses, my lord.
But Jamban, I am already married.
Oh, my lord, you are Jagatpati. Please do not hesitate. I only have one daughter. My life will be complete if you accept her. My lord, please accept her.
I came here for the jewel. But I also found the Kanya Ratna. Now I will go to Dwarka and return this jewel to Satyajit. Satyajit, please accept your jewel.
I am very ashamed and sorry, Dwarkadish. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Because I have put false accusation on you. A personification of Dharma.
Don't worry about that. If you would have not done that, then how would I have got Jambavati? Now please take care of your jewel.
I don't deserve this jewel. It is meant to be honored by a great warrior like you. From today onwards, you are the owner of this jewel. Please accept this request of mine. If you accept my request, I'll be very grateful to you. It will reduce the burden of guilt from my heart.
No, Satyajit. Because of this jewel, people accused me of theft. If I keep the jewel, I don't know what blame people will put upon me. That is why I have come here to return it to you with great happiness.
Dwarkadish, even in previous Yuga, Lord Ramchandra was misunderstood and falsely accused by Ayodhyavasis. But he forgave them. So please forgive us and accept this Shamantaka jewel. Dwarkadish, I have one more request. Along with Shamantaka jewel, please accept the jewel of our heart, our dear daughter Satyabhama. Please don't refuse my plea, Dwarkadish. It will be our greatest fortune to have you as our son-in-law.
Krishna, Satyabhama is the best match for you. And she's from our own dynasty.
Dauji, I will accept Satyabhama. But Satyajit, it's better that you keep the Swamantaka jewel with yourself. Because of the presence of this jewel in the city, everyone will be benefited.
Please don't think that any material curse can have an effect on the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna and make him be misunderstood. Rather, anyone who has been misunderstood, if sees, hears, or narrates this pastime, then that person will be soon relieved from all the misunderstandings.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.